I hate Vindy and What the What. I don't know what for yet. I'm just preemptively saying that I hate them because.
All right, if that's how we're going, What the What? I have a picture for you, and I need you to look at it. So you like Blaziken, right?
Blaziken's he's a cool boy.
How does this make you feel?
I'm gonna get mad.
No, you're gonna love it.
I'm in the. Today is the last episode of the Weeaboo Club.
All right, so now we can go into Beastars, starting with that. Oh,
3, 2, 1. 今夜もミュージック君へのラッキー笑い合って抱き合って幸せにほらなれるように
Hi guys, welcome to the Weeboo Club. It is I, God, back again with this shitty fucking podcast with these shitty fucking people who I fucking hate so fucking much.
So I'm looking at this comment by Cross, who I just love. He said, I'm just gonna read it. I'll defend What as someone who came from the Nen show. Craft is more interesting there than here, but that's definitely because Mathos is a positive influence for him more so than What being a negative one. Basically, he's naturally an autistic, scornful boomer, and it comes out naturally because he doesn't have someone to prevent him from saying absolutely ridiculous shit like the MHA manga is a 6. I just love the autistic, scornful boomer comment. That's just funny.
This is a reply to that.
So I want to talk about the results of the voting last week. A lot of people said 3, and I'm gonna use one person who Hannah who's the only person who gave any reasoning for 3, where they said Vindy is cute, so 3 is the only real option. So that means that everyone's voting on the.
I said they're good. That doesn't
but
make any sense because I said
before you
vote 3.
said that, I said vote 3 if Vindy's cuter, and everyone voted 3 because I'm cuter than Legosi and Lewis.
That's not what they voted for, Vindy.
That's
we
what
all
they voted
know that's
for.
not true. I said
I
vote
voted
3.
cuter than Beastars.
Speaking as someone who voted for a 3, I was voting for you to be burned and lynched.
Yeah,
no, you guys don't count.
Everybody else is voting for you to be burned and lynched.
No, everyone's voting for me being cuter.
Oh, okay. Whatever you say, rat. I'll see you in the burning pile of dead furries.
Raphael Racine says the black is the best member of the Weeb Club. Then the Weeb Club liked it and hearted. He said, I wonder who had control of the Weeb Club account when they liked this comment.
What? Why would you heart that, Craftsdwarf? What the hell?
Because
he likes Weeb Club, and he likes that they think that, or he likes Nunmanji, so he likes that they said that Nunmanji is the best member.
Speaking of Nunmanji, Dan Videos says, once again, What the What proves that Nunmanji was not allowed on the Weeb Club because he's black. And then Crusher says, have you played David Cage's Detroit Become Human? You know the scene where they made the robots ride in a small compartment standing up? None is kept in a containment server segregated. And then Dan just says, good.
Crusher also said, hey, remember the CO Koji cuck scene? Fuck you, Crusher, we're not talking about it.
Why?
I've talked to Craftsdwarf about it before. He's talking about a certain scene in Kimi no Uramachi that got my old Twitter account banned when I talked about it. Or maybe it got a Twitter account locked. Like, it's the worst scene in anything ever. It makes me mad thinking about it. We're not talking about it.
Yeah, okay.
I don't want this video taken down for bullying because I would definitely be considered bullying CO Koji.
Is my Digi series gonna get taken down because of the YouTube's new rules?
Maybe.
Thank God.
Steven S. also says, will my comment be featured for a 3rd time on the Weeb Club? Can't say. But what I can say is Vindy and Craftsdwarf need to be put on a no-adopt list of the Humane Society. Excuse you, sir. I have 2 dogs.
So you're a furry?
No.
God, Vindy, you keep denying it. We all know it's true. Just give up.
It's not true.
What was your favorite episode this week?
What was your favorite episode this week?
Shit.
Throwing it back at you, bitch.
Mine was Sword Art Online, so I don't know what you guys were talking about. Let's like whatever.
And then Tlaloc. I don't fucking know, dude. Have a fucking readable name next time, homie. Says, from what I heard from people that live in Japan, is that in Japan people like to beat the same fucking joke to death, so maybe that's why the funny isekai isn't funny anymore. Well, thankfully the funny isekai didn't have a fucking episode this week, so this was my favorite week to do.
So yeah, for it's amazing. My Hero Academia actually had a better episode than Cautious Hero this week because Cautious Hero didn't have an episode.
God,
no,
you know what?
Look,
This is a good time to bring out. This is a good time to bring out Ronan 111's Ronan 81's comment where he just says, "I think I hate Craftsdwarf more now than what the what." And then
you guys are gonna hate me later.
Berserker just says "Onga Bonga," so like whatever. God.
Relatable.
Oh, did you like the Gabriel Wright Dunn comment? What?
I'm trying to find it because I just now read it, and I like. Oh yeah. Let me see. Throwing things under the bus to praise a show. I guess that's what happens when people read things simply as a consumer, especially if that thing isn't very popular. Though it seems more like people just want to work to be how they want it to be rather than how it is, or they just want others to see it that way. And as I type this, I now wonder if this is the same type of mentality retail shoppers have when they complain about their expired coupon not being offered. I don't know what that roller coaster was of a comment, but I get the idea, which is I guess just like people throw things under the bus because they want things a certain way, not because it's the actual thing of what it is. Like for example, like when I am incapable of separating criticism from analysis, and I just hate the prequels for no fucking reason, right?
Well, you are a cynical nihilist who hates himself.
who hates the merits of popular media, which is why I love the shit out of Sword Art Online, right?
Here's what I told Craftsdwarf about that. Your response shouldn't have been, look at my top 10 shows and see how popular they should have been. All your response should have said is, I define myself by Love Live. That's all you need to say. And boom. He's proven to be the dumbest man on earth.
I mean, just a mention of the fact that
we can't say his name, though. We don't want to get taken down for bullying. Don't say his name.
Fuck, you're right. We can't be taken down for bullying senile fucking dumbass pieces of shit.
Whoa, hey, whoa, we're not bullying anyone. We're not.
We're not. We're just talking about
if we remove the bullying, we just there goes the whole podcast.
I think we're allowed to bully each other. I think YouTube would allow that.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm not making fun of anybody. This is just
Shut up, furry.
Look, you are the only person in this call who cannot call anyone else a furry, you fucking furry.
Why?
How much furry art do you have saved your computer?
0.
Okay, where'd that Blaziken come from, motherfucker?
Yeah, exactly, you lying motherfucker.
I had it on Twitter and
you are such a lying motherfucker, you know that?
Why would I have their tweet open? Okay.
So the first show we're going to talk about is, of course, the best show that came out this week, which is, of course, Sword Art Online. Now, Sword Art Online's new episode, holy shit.
All right, on to Beastars. Roll the OP. Fuck you. I haven't seen Sword Art Online. I don't want to hear you talking about it yet. I'll watch it when the season's done.
Oh, Britchard doesn't like Sword Art Online. Stupid Britchard.
Well, I also tabbed over during me and Kraft's Monster Hunter stream yesterday and saw him say he hates friendship, so he's dead to me. I can't support that.
Can we just talk about how good Lugosi is of a boy, please?
He's the best boy. I want to fucking pat his head and rub his
ears. You ever smell your crush's scent on someone's hands and then beat the shit out of them like an alpha dick Chad?
No, but I wouldn't mind.
I believe you've done it.
Whoa, go ahead.
You smell Johanna and fucking your furry ears perk up and your tail starts wagging.
What does that even mean? That doesn't make any sense, you fucking weirdo. You can't just slap furry on anything and make it make sense.
It's your spiritual ears, the furry inside of you.
And then your real tail that has a butt plug on the end of it.
I hate you so fucking
I love how
much.
what is super busy right now and he had to take time out of his day to record this and then he gets this.
I'm just calling him a furry.
I had to drive all the way to fucking Santa Monica at 5 in the fucking morning and I have to come back here to this shit.
I was telling Craftsdwarf, dude, I'm fucking look, I'm busy too. I'm watching the Game Awards. I'm shit posting on Twitter.
And you're calling me a fucking furry, and you're sitting here going, "Yes, I found this nice hot art of Blaziken." Huh.
Sorry, like 75% of my brain is dedicated to trying to shit post to the Game Awards right now. Like,
God, the Gay Awards when you're fucking watching, you piece of shit. God,
got him. Okay, Legosi's a good boy.
He is.
Bamboo crossbow.
So Gohin is also a great boy.
I love him. Gohin is so great.
We've got a fucking name now.
Bamboo crossbow.
Nice.
His name is Panda Boy.
His name is Bamboo Crossbow.
So was the bamboo crossbow a gun in the manga, or
no? It was a bamboo crossbow.
Gotcha. Okay.
He's part of the archer class, and that's his noble phantasm.
The main changes were like, from my memory, Gohin follows the Legosi the whole way through up to the.
They don't split apart. Basically,
yeah. Like he goes there with him, and there's some here. I wanna post some of the pages because some of these pages like are super fucking good.
Why did you post a link to the Blaziken art?
to prove a point. But like there was this one and there was one more I wanted to post, I think. But yeah, just like the art kind of went differently because like the way it goes is it's not like they run through. It's like it cuts from they fight all the lions outside, and then it cuts to Haru riding her Will and Legosi showing up. So it's not like he has to run through all the thing. It's they fight like 1,000,000 lions together, and then Gohin says, "Legosi, go! I got it." Once they beat like half the lions.
Okay, so they kind of, I guess, broke it up a bit more, so they're fighting like fewer guys at one time. So it's okay.
I think it probably works better for an anime for how they did it, but
yeah, because they can't have so many models at the same time. It also just makes more sense because like one thing I always think about is like lions are basically one of the strongest like carnivores, you know. And so like by having them fight fewer at a time, it makes more sense as to why like a wolf and a panda can like fend off so many, you know, of what you know, they're adults, they're, you know, possibly stronger, and I don't know what would actually win in a fight, you know, but that was a thought I did have. I'm power scaling basically. God damn it.
Well, there's also some differences between like the way because like in the manga, most of Legosi's fights are like, you know, fighting, like he's punching him, and I don't know if you guys noticed, it was really cool. Almost everyone that he encountered in the anime, he just flipped and tried to keep going. Like, he wasn't actually trying to, like, fight him. He was just trying to get past him, which was really interesting.
Right. Which also helped the kind of, like, the power scaling with, like, he's not just, like, knocking out 35 lions. He's, like, trying to get past them, basically. Because like, he is younger. I'm sorry. I don't know why my brain thinks
I mean, the show literally power scales itself. They established, like, you know, the animal hierarchies and shit, the abilities that these animals have. And like, we've seen the feats of different animals so far. You know, like... I mean, none of these creatures are like at least like above street level, right? So you know, I'm watching this. It would make sense technically instead of like Wolf Boy and Panda against army of Big Lion. Holy shithole! Because you know, as we all know, Big Lion Feb didn't stand a chance. So a whole group of them, they're not going to stand a chance. But the anime makes it more believable. Made Legosi grab Lion Boy's wrist and then made him shoot himself in the air. And then he does like an epic like castle siege. Is pretty epic. And here it is. He's fucking eating the keyboard again. God, I had to edit this fucking thing out.
I got a shit post, okay? I have to show you Star Wars Fortnite.
No, you don't. You actually don't.
I have to.
Audience. You better be really fucking grateful for me editing this shit now, because every time I go into the audio editing, and all of a sudden, for no reason, I hear, and then fucking.
Look, I don't have a YouTube channel like y'all do, so my only connection with the outside world is shit posting.
Oh, this is it. So this is why I hate them both.
Both.
Okay, but
that's just gonna be my permanent intro for the Weeb Club, because it's gonna fucking happen. Y'all are gonna do something that makes me hate you.
It's so funny because like the whole joke of the Weeb Club is What and I like arguing and like pretending that we hate each other, but the real thing is like the both of us sitting in a corner laughing like idiots while Craftsdwarf watches us like, I hate fucking both of you.
And his fucking like, old man rocking cherries like, you dirty kids, stop laughing. We need to analyze the themes.
Fuck you.
to actually talk about Beastars, I fucking love Haru writing that will in her mind, and the way Legoshi shows up and kind of shows her that she should fight, and then Legoshi actually shows up. Oh my god,
that was fucking great.
Yeah,
I like the way the anime like does like thoughts, right? There's that one scene where like Legoshi's going around talking about the Shishigumi or whatever, and like there's that one shot that was really fucking cool where it's just him in the middle and like 3 different panels of different animals around him, and he would look at each one and they would move and look at him every single time.
Yeah, I think this anime had a bunch of or this episode especially had a bunch of really, really cool shots and like cool stuff it did visually.
Well, and the Haru stuff hurt in particular because like she was just writing the will, but then it revealed that no, that was happening in her head while she was
being like
examined for God. I want to see that fucking lion get his fucking shit kicked in next episode. Shut up, what the what?
Yeah, no, it's spooky. Like,
look, just because all you could think about is wanting to touch Haru's tits doesn't mean everyone else.
It's not actually never something I've ever thought of Craftsdwarf.
I believe with Craftsdwarf, that's probably 100% what you're going
actually not true. I was actually thinking about, like, Ilya from Fate Stand.
I can't tell. I don't know.
Can't tell.
You know what? You know what? Chat. You know what? Comments. Vote. Is it worse to be a furry or a lolicon? So is it worse to be what or Craftsdwarf? Vote 1 if lolicon, 2 if furry.
Vote 3 if both.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay.
Well, no, that's Haru.
See, I have to say I'm not a furry.
Look, our author said in one of the volume extras that Haru is basically a loli. So if you like Haru, you're a furry and a lolicon. Just saying.
Well, what's a lolicon, which means he has to like Haru.
Looks like I've been backed into a corner here, fellas. A time to die, I guess.
From the Weeb Club to the Furry Club in one season.
It's because you picked Beastars. This is all your fault, Vindy.
I know. And then, here's what's great. Beastars is going to be over in a couple weeks, and then we won't be furries anymore. Because we'll just stop talking about anthropomorphic animals.
That is true. That is true.
Unless there's a furry show that that you're gonna pick. I don't know what you're gonna pick, but you might.
I don't know what I'm gonna pick. I'll look it up later.
We're gonna pick this.
Is there a new Umaru season?
You gotta.
Oh wait, this is Sword Art Online. Oh.
Look, I'm not catching up to fucking Sword Art Online.
Why?
The fucking idol is so cute. What? I don't know if you agree.
No. Okay. You need to watch the newest season. You need to.
God. I will, but I was gonna wait for it all because I really like binging SAO, so I was gonna wait for it all to be out.
Some big dick shit just happened, and I creamed my fucking
Kirito
pants.
fucked everyone at once. Nice.
No, not him. Somebody else.
Yu-Gi-Oh?
No.
Asuna. Okay. Back to Beastars.
Where Legoshi beats the shit out of some fucking lions like a chat.
Some big lions.
Did you use the part where like his like gamer rage like fuels his body as slowly? He's like, "You touched my female. Time to die."
Legoshi's the nice guy, and when the Chad lions get him, he shoots up the school.
Okay, so have you seen that guy, the guy with like the white dude on the subway? He like had a katana and he like fought those guys on the subway, right, with this katana.
Yeah.
And he said some shit like, "I use this because you hold the katana because it limits my power." That's basically Legoshi. Whenever he sees someone, "You dare touch my female, time to die."
To go even more so into the some of the small things, like okay, so
Haru's tits.
See, the response I want to say would out me as a furry because I want to say they're not small, but
you still said a bitch. Okay, so now that I'm the least furry in the last 30 seconds,
you are not.
Another really cool thing about the way Legoshi was like fighting the lions is so like, like Gohan tells him like, you're strongest if you bite him, but Legoshi doesn't want to bite him because that's like a carnivore thing to do,
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
That's really cool. And also, there was the great moment where he said that Haru was his prey.
Oh, yeah. He's like, wait.
Because I was thinking, because he kept having to use those carnivore like instincts, like the smell of Haru, he gets stronger when he does that. But then like, that's his hunting instincts, like very much meddling with his love, and it's oh god, that was
it's really good.
God.
And honestly, the Haru stuff might have been my favorite Haru stuff in the show so far. Like when she's like, I have no shame. Like she's trying to have, what power she can while that she's being, basically like exploited like this. And then I'm looking forward to the next episode.
I like how straight up just explains what Vinny's been saying this entire show. So instead of me like being super mind blown when it happens, I'm just like, oh yeah, it's what Vinny said on the fucking Weeb Club.
Sorry, am I spoiling it for you or?
No, I wasn't. It was. The whole scene was fine, but go.
Sorry,
go on.
I feel like I've been trying not to like give away stuff. I mean, I guess maybe I have. I don't know. Like, I've been trying not to. Like, I've been trying to make it so that, like, y'all don't know what's going to happen, but I can still talk about what's going on is really good thematically.
Yeah. No, this episode is just really fucking cool, man. And there was, like, and then there's, like, more little details. Like, Panda Boy got punched in the fucking nose. And they're like, haha, you have a lot of nerves in your nose, bitch. And Panda's like, I have a fucking crossbow. And shoots people. He just fucking shoots people in the fucking back, and they just fall over and die.
He also shot one guy in the fucking face. I don't know if you saw that.
Like, I think I saw that too. It was like, oh no.
Big lion in the big face.
35 lions are nothing to the power of friendship and gamer rage, fueled over like fucking you touch my woman, prepare to die.
True virgin power.
True virgin power. You thought the Chads were strong. Wait till you anger the virgin.
Oh yeah, Lugosi shot a guy in the face. That was pretty cool. Or the ear, rather.
Yeah, that was cool. He's so fucking cool. I love Lugosi. I wish he'd shoot me in the face.
And now we're back. The cycle has been fulfilled. We are now
back
to the...
How is that a furry thing? I want him to point a gun on my face and fucking kill me. Stupid fuck.
Well, there's layers
You're
to
the
that,
one who made
Vindy.
it sexual, you fucking
There's layers to that. Vindy. Don't even bullshit me.
You're making shit sexual. It's not sexual, bro. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying I want to die, and you're like,
Craftsdwarf, do you agree with me that Vindy here is being a little weird about this? Being a little,
I wish Lugosi would shoot both of you.
God, next time we're just gonna watch Spiceable so I can be horny.
She's hot. Holla's hot.
Wait.
I agree.
Wait.
Lugosi is definitely the kind of person to shoot up a school, though. Anyway, let's go on to the next show.
No, he would just the red lines would spread across his body and then eventually to his eyes, and then he'd be like, "It's time to die. I taste my virgin rage." Then he'd bite people. Vinny would like that.
Could bite my neck and fucking snap my neck and fucking kill me. I'd be okay with that.
Oh. One last thing to say about the episode, because like it did make me tear up specifically when the ghosty like took off his clothes to cover up Haru, like he's doing the same thing he did before, and I was like, Ghosty's still a good boy. He's still a good boy.
It was just that whole scene with Haru talking about like she's always had people look down on her, but then when she got to Lugosi, she didn't talk. It wasn't like a thing of that ever. It was like he didn't try to sympathize with me. He didn't talk down to me or anything like that. He just looked at me for who I was, and he never did that fake smile. And then that's what got her to the courage. And then immediately after that, after she's like, I will stand my ground, here comes Lugosi with his big dick with bashing some shit over some lions' fucking heads, and like, here's my shirt. Sorry, it smells a little bit.
So that was another thing. And it's really small, but he takes off his shirt. Like, if you notice the two pictures I posted, he's taking off his overshirt in the first one. And I do remember him covering up Haru, but I don't remember what he covered up Haru with in the manga. So just to note another difference
I'll have to read
it
at some point. Yeah, okay.
Also, did you guys notice how fucking good the music in this episode was?
Oh, yeah, it was really good. The OST is like there's a lot of jazz stuff in it.
I know, it's great. That's one of two times I'm gonna say.
I was actually
I know something about the music this episode.
I was actually gonna like because I was when I was looking at the lyrics for the opening it's literally just like it's literally just them talking about how like it's just about jazz. I'm trying to see if there's any kind of connection I can make between jazz and like the with the opening and stuff like that. Because I don't want to make a YOP and then realize that Beastars just like fucking has a song that's just about jazz on the opening and uses jazz for its OST. I'd have to look more into that.
There's also a really good scene that happened with the one between Juno and Lewis was also really good.
Oh yeah, that was really. He might not come back. He beat me with his virgin rage. I was the Chad. I thought I was the Chad. I got all kinds of pussy, but it turns out I'm the pussy.
Well, that was good. He's a good boy. All right. I don't think I have. Craftsdwarf, do you have any more to say?
No, I said my piece.
How horny were you two when you watched this episode?
Not very horny. Juno's only in it for like 15 seconds.
And now balance has been restored. Peace can now return to the kingdom of Weeb Club with me as its god.
All right, shall we move on? Play the OP.
あの日守ると決めた約束はこの胸に
Good episode. I like Sun Eater.
Sun Eater? Fucking... Dude, I don't... That fight was really fucking... Like, what the fuck is with this season actually being able to make everything more exciting? What the fuck?
The music was really good, too.
Well, it's good, but I think my thing right now is that, like, because I'm doing some setting into, like, leitmotifs and shit like that. The song that they played, I think, was, Itsuki and Kazuki. Oh, which is the mashup of Bombing King and You Say Run. The combination of Bakugo and Deku's themes. And I was listening to it and I was like, it's kind of weird that they're playing Bakugo and Deku's themes as Sun Eater is fighting, but then I thought about it some more. It was like Bakugo and Deku are like the two rivals, right? Mm-hmm. And it's them coming together. This episode is about Sun Eater and how Sun Eater looks up to Mirio and then
God,
turning
that
up.
Shit was making me cry.
Mirio said that
the flashback.
I can't do everything without you. Seeing you try so hard, you're stronger than me. You have the power to eat the sun. And then Vindy's like, man, I want Sun Eater to eat me out.
I don't think that. I don't think Sun Eater looks like Sasuke, but
he has a funny hood. And also, his toes were out at the end of the episode for all you viewers out there who were into that.
They probably taste like chicken because they were just a fucking chicken foot. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was really good. I really like the dynamics Sun Eater and Mirio have. Oh, I remember what I wanted to talk about. Okay, so maybe y'all would agree with this since you both have read the manga, but I feel like the visuals for when the Mimic Boy got into the walls and started moving them were a lot better than they were in the manga, because in the manga I remember being like, I kind of can't tell what's going on.
Oh yeah, totally. I was like, oh, that's the what's happening to the hallway.
Yeah, exactly. And that was one of those times where sometimes when I'm reading manga, right, it's pretty rare in most things. It's every page in JoJo's. You kind of get this idea of like, I'll understand what's happening when I watch the anime for it. You know what I mean? Like, I'll make sure to watch the scene in the anime so I understand what is actually going on.
Why would you ever watch the anime for a JoJo series?
Because occasionally it can be easier to kind of understand things, I think, especially like things that are like in motion sometimes, like that power is one. And so I wanted to like say like, hey, the anime did a really good job making that,
Yeah, it's really cool. Oh god, I forgot that it was like Mirio went ahead, and then like everybody else, dude, fucking Bakugo and Kirishima were like, yeah, fuck this wall, bitch. And then it didn't fucking matter because there was just more fucking walls. Oh yeah, guess who didn't do anything this episode and won't do anything for the rest of this arc?
The women!
Yeah! Good
Horikoshi
job.
said women are useless.
Fucking Horikoshi says, fuck women, am I right? This is breaking the shonen female lead curse. By having them not do fucking anything.
No, it is, because instead of them getting captured and them being useless, they're just off screen being useless.
They're fighting one motherfucker outside, and that's the extent of what they're doing. Sun Eater and Mirio of the Lemillion of the big three are down there kicking ass, and here's fucking Nejire just flying around.
Nejire just shows her tits, and all the guys forfeit immediately.
I mean, I would. Yeah.
Yeah. She's not a lolly though.
She's still hot though. What the fuck's
You only like lollies.
That's not true.
Well, lollies and Star Wars Fortnite skins. Those are the only things you get off.
You know, I opened up the thing to like post a funny link to a tweet, but then I saw Star Wars Fortnite, and I think I had like a little bit of a tism there for a second. I was like, I wanted to start ranting on Twitter about how Star Wars fans are the worst thing ever, right?
Mm-hmm. But then you'd be called nihilistic again, so. I hope this pisses you off as much as it makes me mad, but when people talk about how Mirio has such an overpowered quirk, it's maybe the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You know what I mean?
Well, because Boku no Hero makes it very clear that anyone with an overpowered quirk is only overpowered because they trained it to make it that way.
Right. Well, you look at his quirk, he couldn't even phase through a wall, and
he couldn't even breathe when doing it before.
He can't breathe or see when he's phasing, so his quirk is bad, and watching him try to work so hard just to go through a wall, it reminds me. I don't know if it gave you a similar thing, Craftsdwarf, and maybe I guess you now that you've read One Piece, but it reminds me of when you see Luffy training to do Gomu Gomu no Pistol, and he's he actually can't get it at first, and he has to train for months just to throw his arm forward.
What it reminds me of is that stupid tweet thread by a certain Twitter user named Criticold, who made a fucking thread about how he started off with Deku's a good character, who had to work for what he got, and then proceeded to say that every other shonen protagonist in existence didn't work. And one of them he mentions is fucking Luffy. He says Luffy had a fucking a devil fruit from the beginning. It was just following Goldie Roger's path. And I'm like, I'm gonna strangle someone.
I guess one thing on that note with Luffy specifically is that Oda has explicitly said that there are some fruits that are literally just better versions of other fruits. Aokiji's fruit is just a better version of Harpy Monet's snow fruit.
Literally,
and
the Whole Cake Island says that fucking...
That's, yeah,
the
Katakuri is that for Luffy.
Right.
Yeah, Luffy's fruit is just a bad version of Katakuri's fruit. It, but he had to train and work to surpass that. What do you know?
And it just gives me a similar vibe of Mirio, where it's people are able to use their powers, but they had to work hard, and so it's I hear that complaint a lot where it's oh, why do people say Mirio's quirk is bad? Because I think Mirio even says yeah, I kind of have a shitty quirk, or someone says it. I remember when he first says it, why do they say he has a shitty quirk? It's so overpowered. It's it's really not. He just worked harder than everyone else.
It's people,
and this episode kind of showed that, and I love it.
People have this weird perception of of characters about show when they talk about shows how this character has it easy, this and that. For example, Critical talked about fucking. Fucking Asta from Black Clover. He's all he does is a few push-ups, and all of a sudden he's able to, even though he has a sword that cancels all magic. I'm he's
doing 300 push-ups a day
because he has to, or else he can't do anything to anyone because he has no magic, and he has to in order to lift that sword, and he has.
Yeah, I might not like Asta a lot, but saying he didn't work hard is bullshit.
People think that Black Clover is this show where everybody just is, if you just do a bunch of push-ups, you'll be the best. And I'm what? What were you watching? I wasn't watching that.
I was only watching Noelle.
Yeah, I was watching.
And Vanessa.
I was imagining.
Did you read the newest chapter where she was naked? What?
Can we drink her bathwater? What?
What?
I didn't say
her
anything.
and Mimosa?
Hey. Yeah, no. So when I see the thing about people, it's it's funny because they do all these things and shit on all these other shonen, because the Boku no Hero fans again are they don't have brains, so they can't even defend their own show properly. So then when it comes to this, by shitting on every other shonen, they're missing the point of their own show, and then they'll say Mirio has a broken quirk. They're saying the same shit that everyone in the show is saying, and I'm but that's not the point. He's people when they say that Mirio's quirk is overpowered is the same shit that characters are the naive first years are saying when they first see his power, until he's no, everyone's no, you're wrong, you're just wrong, dumbass, he worked on it. Or when people say that Mirio's better than Deku, which is literally what the characters who are uninformed say until they find out the fucking truth or whatever. It's
right.
Why aren't you watching your own show, you dumbasses?
Yeah, it's annoying, and that's one of the criticisms I think in MHA that makes me the angriest. is just that one of Mirio having an overpowered quirk, especially because this episode like shows like motherfucker couldn't get through a like wood wall at first.
He bumped his head a little bit.
Oh, yeah, man. It's good. I like Sun Eater a lot, and we talked about this after we recorded last time. And I think it's important to bring up. This is now like episode 7 or something of MHA, because it's like week 9 of the Weeb Club, and the first episode was a recap of MHA, and then there was a week there wasn't MHA. So this is only like episode 7. And they're already this far into the arc. Like, they're moving pretty well.
Because they want to finish it off with the best arc in MHA history. That's why.
And, yeah, I just think it's really nice, like, the pacing of this arc.
It's pretty neat. I can't...
Craftsdwarf, what did you think of this episode?
He's going to piss us off.
He's just saying mid, but I want to hear it.
No. So if you asked me like what I thought of the Night Eater fight before we like started the season of Weeb Club, I would have asked, who is Sun Eater?
Oh my god.
No, I would have asked who is Uraraka.
I don't care. Like,
you don't care, okay.
Whatever.
I would have just asked who is Uravity, and then we'd be like, who?
It's a fight, he says.
And then the show would be like, who? And then Horikoshi would be like, who?
I was just bored out of my mind like I usually am watching MHA. What do you expect?
This is sad.
Man, we should watch Sword Art Online.
We should.
Probably like it better.
Oh. I mean
Sword
Art Online does have hotter girls.
I have Sword Art Online score at a higher score right now.
I mean, Sword Art Online has hotter girls too. So
that's also fucking true. Oh my god. Suguha.
Dude, so I saw this one fucking figure of Sinon, right? And like, Jesus Christ. Oh.
This has been the most like ADHD Weeb Club ever. Like, we can't focus on the episode for more than like half a second at a time.
We're just fucking
I think it's also been the horniest, which is kind of impressive.
I mean, no,
all things considered.
Well, like,
I don't know if that's true.
I don't know if that's
also,
true.
if Sun Eater ate out Nijire, would he be able to transform into
Holy shit, what a lucky guy.
See, I still think this is hornier than the Love Lab episode, but it's up there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what I'm excited really for the Sun Eater fight is for it, like, as much as I think this fight's good, I want it to end so we can get to the fucking goat Kirishima fight.
Oh yeah, dude. Fuck.
The Kirishima Fat Gun versus Rappa, whatever the other guy's name is, fight.
Oh, that's next episode.
Fuck me. No, well, it'll start next episode, but Kirishima, yeah, I guess it will, because Sun Eater did finish the fight this episode. Oh, fuck. Oh my god, I can't wait.
Hold on, I'm gonna look for... Keep talking, I'm gonna look for something real quick.
We're getting to the real shit next episode. Like, actual good content. A great fight with great boys that Craftsdwarf is gonna call bad, and he'll die.
No, I'm not gonna call it bad, I'm just gonna say, It was fine.
God. Fun ruiner of fun.
Happens when you get old.
Look at what I posted.
Pick a better show.
Look at what I posted.
That is good.
It's very nice.
Okay, I think this might now be the horniest episode of the...
Why? How so?
Well, it started with Blaziken porn. There was your favorite...
with that.
There was your favorite thing in the world, Star Wars Fortnite. So, yeah.
God. You know what? When I saw like Bubble Girl's, I forgot about this. I forgot to mention it. When I saw Bubble Girl's quirk, I didn't realize that her real power is just throw up a bunch of bubbles like she's a fucking like a fucking bubble machine. Just a couple little bubbles got soap in my eyes.
Like a Squirtle.
Wow, what a way with words you have there.
What did you say? What? Like she threw it up like she was like a fucking bubble machine. Just threw it and got it in a dude's eyes.
It's like you and Meatman at AX.
It's literally what it was, and I was like, this is literally the worst character I've seen in my life. Why is she here?
No, because she has a shit ton of underboob, and it's really hot.
She has a really terrible design, too. It's really bad.
It was fan-made.
Yeah. Well, remember what I said, that Boku no Hero fans don't have fucking brains? Yeah.
Damn, you really got me there.
Oh, wait, no, we're going to get taken down for bullying. I'm just kidding, everyone. That was satire. That was satire, and
Fuck
I did not
you,
mean
Susan. I'll say it. I don't care.
You want to fuck Susan?
No.
You're a furry, so she's a horse face. So, you know, you can like
step down. Susan should step down.
Susan, step down.
All right, I think that's a
wrap.
That's really. Yeah, I don't have much more to say.
I mean, I've just been posting. I've just been looking through hot Neji Day pictures this whole time.
Respectable. They were both good episodes. I liked them both, but I don't really have a lot to say about them. So
Beastars was good.
Beastars.
So was MHA. Craftsdwarf.
Neji Day.
Look, after a point, I'm just saying it to piss you off.
I know.
Anyway, thank you for listening. We'll see you next time.
Adios.
Trying to put the black back in the closet. Oh.